Hello and welcome. In this video, we will understand how we can query specific columns using Dapper. If you look at the employee table is currently having employee ID, first name, last name, department, and salary. If I go to Visual Studio and check out the employee class, you will notice the properties that I have defined in the class are exactly same, which is mentioned in the table columns, right? But let's say I don't want to get data about last name. All I want is employee ID, first name, and their salary. For that, I can modify my query. Instead of saying select star here, I can put select employee ID, first name, and salary. And now you see we are getting only three columns here. So now let's see how we can get data only for the three columns in Dapper. I will go to my program.cs class. So let's get rid of this code. So this is the query I want to execute. So there is a mismatch between the columns that I am getting from the database and the properties that are defined in the class. Let's see the behavior, what will happen when I execute this query and map the data to employee class. So to execute this query, we need to use the query method. Once we have the employees, let's print those on the console window. Okay, so I have added the console.writeLine and I'm printing the employee ID, first name, and the salary. So these were the columns which we were getting from the select query also. Now let's run the program. You can notice I'm getting the employee ID, name, and salary of all the employees as expected. But if I put a breakpoint here and run my application again, and now if you check the employee IEnumerable here, let's right click on this and click on add watch. And now if you look at here, let's see the first object that we have here. So one thing you will notice here, I am getting all the properties here, but the values of those properties are blank or the default because the default value for department is null. So that's why I'm seeing department as null here. And the default property for last name is also null because it is also a string. So that is also getting set to null. So Dapper will smartly map only the properties which are available in the select query to your C# objects. For the properties which are not available in the select query, Dapper will simply set those values to null, or we can say it will set those values to their default value. Because if I remove salary from here also, right? Now let's see the behavior. Let's remove the salary from the console write line also. Let's run the program again. And this time, if you open your add watch, you can see in the employees object, the salary is getting set to 0 because salary is a number and the default value for that is 0. So this is how Dapper will react if you don't have the columns which are present in your class. The other scenario that we can discuss here, right? Let's suppose our query is sending some property. Let's say it is sending salary, and salary is not available in our employee class. Let me comment out this for now. Okay. Now, if I put a breakpoint here, now let's notice the behavior. What will happen? You can see here in our employees collection, we have all the objects. And if you see here, we are not getting any compilation error. And we have simply skipped the salary column, which was coming from the database. In this way, Dapper is quite flexible and allows you to select the columns which you want to get from database. That's it for this video, guys. In the next video, we will see how we can execute, insert or update queries using Dapper.